Hi, apparently my sound isn't working for some reason. So if anyone is watching, let me know if you can hear me. If not, then I'll just won't go live until I can figure this out. But yeah, apparently this isn't working. So I'll just do something for a second. I have to fix my other live. I have to copy the things from because I don't have my links handy. So I'll just copy the text. This is the end of the month, and so my financial means aren't good at all. Two people who were supposed to come buy things from me have just completely ghosted me. So now I'm missing some money for the end of the month because I had to go buy food yesterday. So yeah, because of that, I'm missing a little bit. Because I'll have things coming up very soon, and I also have to pay that nasty credit bill. You hear me now? Okay, good. But now we don't have. We had a few people here, but now I guess they've left because the stream isn't working. Okay, I can't. It turns out I can't copy my links anymore. So I'll try to get them back. So I'll just write my links in the description, like I in the chat, like I usually do. So don't mind me for a second. So yeah, I had to pay my my end benefit credit bill because I only have until Monday to pay that, and I didn't receive any more money for it. So because of that, I'm a little bit short right now. I had like $30 left on it, so I did that because it was better than having to pay the whole 300 next month. So for those who don't know, I've talked about this earlier. My credit has been canceled because I didn't have enough to pay the minimum fees for a while, and so yeah, they canceled my credit card, but they gave me the end benefit that I can still pay for it as long as I make minimum payment. But I received a letter stating that I had to pay a certain amount before the end of this month. Well, until Monday. I have until Monday. Well, which is tomorrow. So yeah, I had to do that. But I don't even know if they'll receive my payment in time because like it gets into the credit account, but it doesn't get processed by the bank until like a few business days. So I'm hoping it will work, honestly, because at this point I'm kind of at a loss. I really don't have to pay the. I really don't want to have to pay the whole 300, because yeah, that's a bit much, you know. And so yeah, I hope everyone's having a nice Sunday. Like I said, I'm not working on orders because I'm waiting for an unresponsive customer. She's ghosted me for like 2 weeks now, almost about 10 days, something like that. But I finished this, and I'm waiting for her to tell me if this is the correct placement for the cat's toe. Okay, I really hate that my screen is flipped right now, and I don't know why YouTube does that. It used to be the right way, but now it's not. And okay, I have hiccups. But now it does it, and so if anyone knows how to fix that, because usually when I started streaming on YouTube itself, it didn't do that. Show how many viewers. No, that's not what I want. Comment moderation is off. Why is it off? Oh, okay, that's the automatic filtering. I'm guessing. Recording date, no. Languages, no. Tags, no tags, because I don't have that set up. What kind of tags do you put in like a live stream? I don't know much about that. If you know, please let me know. No paid promotions. No, it's not made for kids. Okay, there's no way for me to flip the camera back. Yeah, I'm on webcam, and that's fine. I guess I'd have to like go on the studio to get that set up. Don't mind me, I'm just figuring out how the hell this works again. Upload default? No. Oh, I can put a description. Huh. I can put on a description and not have to put it back all the time. Oh, neat. I'll do that now. I'm really sorry. Right now I'm just figuring out YouTube while I'm on stream. Yes, no, I mean in my view, my own view, that's what I mean. Mine is backwards. And I'm dyspraxic, so when I show you this, for example, if I go that way, in my screen it goes this way, and it's messing me up because I don't do directions because of dyspraxia. That's what I'm trying to do. Because usually it was flipped on my end, so I would see it the correct way, if you understand what I'm saying. Because right now it's mirrored, like, so you as a viewer see it the right way, which is like it's like that when it's shown on your end all the time. But what I'm trying to fix is the view on my end, my own end. That's what I want. Because yeah, like I said, I'm dyspraxic, and this is really hard for me to show things on camera and do things on camera, because I don't do backwards. My brain doesn't understand it. So yeah, I'm waiting for my customer. Like this is backwards for me. This is really hard. Like if I turn it that way, I'm trying to show you the toe, but this is this toe. And yeah, so I'm waiting for her to confirm that this is the right toe. I think I'm giving her until the end of the month, and if she hasn't replied, then I'm just selling her cat plushie to someone else. Honestly, because yeah, now I'm almost finished with this, and I don't know. The ears look kind of sewed the wrong way to me. I think I might fix that. Okay, I'll wait for her to reply because this is really annoying. Um. So yeah, like I was saying, I'm gonna be trying to do some other things while waiting for her, and working on other orders. Because right now I can't do this one, so I have a bunch of other ones. Today though, I just need washcloths. No, not washcloths. This dishcloths, because we don't have any anymore. My roommate kind of just destroyed them all, so We have a bunch of black cotton and some colors here. So I'm gonna try to figure out something, and yeah, I'm thinking of using like these colors as a border. Make like a picot border or something. I think that'd be cool. That'd be good. And I'm using the crunch stitch, which is like half double crochet, slip stitch, half double crochet, slip stitch, and then when you turn the other way, you do the opposite. So that's what I'm gonna do now. Look at the size of this one. This one is gonna be useless. It's way too small. Uh, I don't know why they're wound like footballs, but look at this. These came from me. These came to me that way from the store. These are just scraps from someone. I bought them at the thrift shop. If you weren't there when I showed them live, I went through a whole bag of scraps. Okay, I'll be right back. I need to blow my nose because right now it's all stuffy. Okay, it's not working. I'm gonna be right back. Okay, so we'll get started. I don't know how many chains I'll put in this one. I'm just basically gonna go until it's a reasonable width, and then use all the black I have, and then just do a border with either pink or blue. I don't know if I have enough of the blue. I might have enough of the pink. Otherwise, I don't know. I might just have to do a color changing border, which will look weird. But the purpose of this is not to look cute, so that's okay. This is just gonna be a dishcloth because I had a pack. You know these blue dishcloths used for like cleaning and such that are reusable but come in a box. I used to have a bunch of them, and my roommate just completely lost or destroyed all of them because I don't know what he does. Even with the sponges, like he uses a sponge a couple of times and then it's unusable. Okay, I'm thinking I'm gonna use a 4mm hook with this because I want it tight, but I don't want it like super weird, weirdly tight. I just want it to be like to not have as many holes, if it makes sense. I want it to clean well, and I've found that using thermometers is good. So 1, 2, 3, 3. I said three. 3, 4. Oh, this is splitting. 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, I should make loose stitches for the first row because this is a bit tight right here. Yeah, this is splitting. This is thick actually. This is quite thick cotton. This might be reasonable. This is 35 chains. Um oh yeah, by the way, if you're watching, don't forget to leave a like. Um and let me know what you're working on. Let me know if you're having nice tea or coffee or something. I have my big bottle of water next to me. This one here. And it's like decomposing. The paint on it is chipping quite badly today. I don't really know why. Usually it stays rather nice. I'm gonna try to clean that up a little bit. But it's just like a coating they put on it, so it's no big deal. It was just fun to have it at the movies. But this isn't shipping, so that's good. So yeah, 35 chains. Okay. Sorry. Um so I always work in the back bump. I don't know about you, but I prefer it that way. I'm just gonna count for the first row to make sure I do it okay. Hi, Mr. Yarn Doll. I shipped your order uh last week. Well, this week. I'm just gonna do the 10 stitches, the 10 first stitches, and then I'm gonna check the chat. Okay. You're working on a some bunny ear still. You'll manage it, I'm sure. Hi, Don. Hope you're doing well. I saw they shipped, but you could have sent both. Oh, I did. I sent them both at the same place, but on Etsy, if you don't close the sale and if you don't have the shipping, the tracking code, then you get removed from the top seller thing. It affects your shop rating when you don't close an order. So even if you ship the both at the same address, you have to put that in the system. So that's why. But yes, I shipped them both to the same. I use the same package. I'm sorry about that, but yeah, that's just how Etsy works. I'm sorry, I'm just gonna do the first row before talking because now I lost count. This looks like it's gonna be a reasonable length once I finish. Yeah, it notifies you on both because that's the way it's set up. Every time one shipping is marked, it notifies you, but it's the same shipping code. So yeah, you lost count too. Well, yeah, that's what happens on stream. We always lose count or lose track of things. Okay, I'm gonna do another 10 stitches. Mhm. I'm almost done now. Okay. So that is 34 stitches. Well, okay. That is 34 stitches. And when you chain one and then turn and you work into here, you're gonna do like the opposite, and then the slip stitches end up in the half double crochets, and the half double crochets end up in the slip stitches. And what it does, it makes it textured. um it makes it textured and it makes it look nice. Hi Zach, welcome. Where? Add the stitch where? It depends on your pattern, Zach. Where does it tell you to add a stitch? Is it in the same stitch? If it's in the beginning of the row, it might ask you to start working in the first stitch. That might be at the beginning of your pattern. Actually, I'm not quite sure. So I chain one here. And here I'm doing the same thing with the half double crochet inside the slip stitches and the slip stitches inside the half double, and it looks really nice. Because yeah, you're adding that texture and that cleans really well. I've made a few Swiffer pads with this technique. I'll leave the pattern in the description, not the description, in the chat in a second here. It's a free pattern, so the yarn splits a little bit because, well, it's kind of old cotton. It was not in the best of conditions when I got it. It was wound and used and everything. But this is gonna be good for cleaning. This doesn't need to be like super perfect. What they're using in the tutorial is Lion Brand 24/7 cotton. So that is really good, and that is mercerized cotton. Wouldn't advise it for cleaning though, it has chemicals in it, so I'm not quite sure. I think if you add a pet or something, you'd have to be careful about that. No, when I turn it says chain one and add a stitch. Oh, someone told you? No, just follow the pattern then. I'm not sure. But it doesn't say where to add the stitch? Because usually you would do that either in the first stitch, the stitch you just chain from, like the last of the last row, or you would go into the next, and but that depends on your stitch count. Normally it says so at the beginning. You're not following a pattern. Okay, but do you know I'm not quite sure I understand, Zach. I'm sorry, I can't help you with that. Um, what are you making? So, yeah, for those who weren't here when I talked about that at the beginning, here I'm working on a dishcloth because I'm in dire need of that right now. We don't have anything to scrub or to clean, and so right now I'm making some. I had a bunch of black cotton from the thrift store, and I have some colors here to do a border. I don't know if it'll be enough, but nice colors though. I might do like a side in one color and then the rest in the next color. Right now I'm feeling crochet, and this isn't like a stressful pattern, so I don't mind talking while I work. Um, I've been doing a little bit better. I took the day off yesterday to work on the kitty you saw earlier, which my customer isn't replying at the moment. But yeah, yesterday I got the nose, the ears, the paws, and the tail done, and now I need arms. And look at that face, it's silly face. And look in the back. It has sort of a pattern here in the back. It's not really straight, but I'm not good at color changing. And well, I think my customer could have picked a better person to make this, but yeah. Okay, it's when you start a new row. Okay. But I'm not quite sure why add a stitch though. Normally you just like work your row. Um, yeah. I'm sorry I'm not the best help with that. What I'm making right now is really easy, by the way. If you click on the link, you'll see it's a free pattern for just a regular washcloth. But actually, the one in the link can be used for many things. The primary pattern is for a Swiffer pad, but right now I'm using this like I'm using more chains and I'm making it bigger. Okay, I have this the right amount of stitches. But I found that this texture here cleans really well. Like it gets rid of the stain pretty effectively for me. So that's why I do that. Um, I could. I don't think I have my Swiffer pads close by. I'll see if I do. Cause I want to show you what it looks like when it's worked up. Hmm. I'm sorry, I have a bit of brain fog today, so it's hard to talk right now. This yarn is really annoying. The strands of cotton don't stay together. Would not recommend. I have no idea what this is, by the way. This is just some mystery cotton. I'll be right back. I'll just see if I have maybe one of my Swiffer pads done. Oh, yeah. So this is one I made with Bernat Handicrafter, and the border is one of those like eco cotton from Michaels. So look at the stitch, finished stitch. Right now it looks dirty, but I promise it's clean. It's just stained from mopping the floor. But when you make the Swiffer pad, you'll just make like a super narrow and long piece, about 16 inches, and you'll fold it over here and then just sew that together. And that fits around your Swiffer. Some are different sizes, so maybe measure yours to make sure. But this is reusable and this cleans really well. This is really sturdy here, so I like this one very much. Yeah, so this is good. This is great. I'm gonna put it back just so it doesn't get lost. But yeah. Oh, okay. Oh. But what are you making, Zach? Is it something in particular? Are you making like a scarf or something? I want to know. Or is it just to practice? A scarf. Okay, yeah. You probably want to work that first stitch of the round in the first stitch, yeah. If it makes sense. I'm probably not making much sense, but I'm sorry, my brain is like a puzzle right now. Uh, what's that? You were clearing the keyboard. Okay, we'll remove that. That happens to me too sometimes. Sometimes I just try to wipe the keyboard and then all the things open at once and it makes things interesting. Like earlier, just before the stream, VLC opened up like four different windows because I was trying to get some sticky stuff out of my keyboard. I don't know what it was because my hands are usually clean when I use it. So I don't know. Maybe my roommate used the computer or something, which he doesn't even have the password for, so it'd be weird. But I think that sometimes when I'm asleep, he uses it because I hear him in the living room, and he's not really supposed to do that, but he does. Yeah, I did the chain way too tight, as you can witness, probably. Oh, okay. I just stretched it a little bit. It's better now. I think I should use a smaller hook. What do you think? Because this is really showy. But yeah, what do you think? Do I start over with a smaller hook or do I just go with it? Oh, I think I'll just go with it. It doesn't have to be perfect. It's just gonna be a rag. If it's not perfect, then I'll probably just use it as a surface wipe for like um my computer screen or something. It's soft enough to not damage anything, so. But yeah, someone was supposed to come today to see my furls hooks. My furls hooks, I'm selling them. The one I'm using right now is part of that, actually. I'm using the 4 millimeter. This is worsted cotton, so I thought it would make it tighter, but this is not tight. Yeah, I'm using the G furls right now. So she was supposed to come here to check them out, but now I'm still waiting. She's not giving me any um, sign. So if I leave unexpectedly or something, it's because my customer decided to show up after all. Well, customer, uh, buyer really. This is from Marketplace. I wonder. I want to know. Does anyone else use Marketplace besides me? I want to know if you have a good experience with that. Maybe because it's always people either ghosting you or negotiating like in crazy way. For reference, I'm selling New Rock boots. New Rock is this very fancy motorbike leather boots company, and I have a pair. These are really nice ones with like springs in the sole in the platform because they're bouncy platforms. They're really nice, and so they have big springs and everything. And so this costs like 500 Canadian dollars, including shipping and tax, which is a little bit more. But like new, they cost around 400 without all the added things. But with tax, it's around 4 to 500, like 450 maybe, something around that. And the person said, "Oh, right now they're 300 Canadian," and I'm like, "Yeah, they're discounted, so." And he's like, "Okay, but will you sell it to me for $200?" And I'm just like, "Dude, these cost me 500 plus. I'll just wait for them not to be on sale anymore, and I'll sell them then." It's just funny because the guy was like, 200. No, I'm not selling new rock boots for 200 because I've worn them like twice. They don't have any wear to it. They're basically new, be it from the slight wear of having put my feet in it. Always with socks, by the way. If you plan on selling your footwear, it's really good practice to wear socks at all times, because then you're damaging your boots. And I have hyperhidrosis, right? So I have to be really careful with my footwear because even if I wear thick socks, it always transpires. It always like seeps through the socks. I'm sorry if this is disgusting, you guys. Hyperhidrosis sucks. Basically, it's a condition of sweating excessively and from places you wouldn't normally sweat. Like most people do sweat a little bit from their feet, but I have intense odor and I have intense like sweat. It is like drenched in sweat when I take off my boots, especially in the winter. And I sweat all over my arms and all over my body if I so much as go outside for 5 minutes. So this is what hyperhidrosis does. Always a pain. Yeah, right. I know, low ballers all the time. Oh, I people try to scam me like every week. I get someone who is like a bot or something, not really replying to what I'm saying, but just like using a script, and they're like, "Click on this link." No, I'm not clicking on your link. Yeah, you about 20 people message you, and out of that you meet up with one or two people, and then they offer you like a ridiculous price. It is insane. Yeah, I can't afford to give things away, unfortunately. I have to deal with the annoying people of marketplace, but yeah. No, no, they're not. They're new ones. They're still in stock and they're discounted right now, but they are worth way more than $200. I offered the guy 240 just because like that's even a $60 discount from what is announced on the website and before the tax even, because personally I'm a seller. I do have to remit taxes on the government for everything I sell. So like I'm not even making that much profit from selling. I'm not making profit from what I initially paid, but like out of 240, the tax is like 15% in Canada. Well, in Quebec anyway, because we do pay provincial and federal taxes here. But yeah, we have to pay that, and so I'm not even charging that. The price announced on the website of 300 is before the taxes, and I'll calculate that quickly for you. If I do 300, that's like $345. So really, he's getting $100 discount, and he stopped replying when I offered him a what would basically be a $100 discount. So I'm just like, dude, these are like in perfect, almost perfect condition. They have a tiny scratch at the front. It's not very like obvious. It's just a tiny wear and slight wear. You know, it's not noticeable at all. So that does bring down the value, but yeah, I felt like 240 pretty good. People are always trying to get the best deal, but they're treating you like you're not a human sometimes. Someone was buying boots from me and they said, "Okay, I'm willing to pay the price you're asking for only if you deliver them for me." And I'm just like, "No, I don't offer delivery. Hi, I'm disabled." And the person is like, "Okay, then take off that price." And I'm just like, it was not included from the get-go. Like, delivery was never an option. Like, the price you see, and it's in my description, right? You have like a description thingy on your marketplace profile, and it says right there, I don't do delivery. The price you see there, it includes you picking up the items, because I'm not gonna go here and there to give you your things. You're coming and you're getting a good discount, so I don't know why you wouldn't take a 20 minutes bus ride. Jerry? Who's Jerry? Oh, okay. I'm like, I was confused for a second who you were talking to, and you were talking to Mr. Yarndall. You've sold several guitars. Yeah, they relist everything. People on there are just looking for cheap deals. Like, the guy probably wanted to. Yeah, I know you're Jerry. But I was confused for here for a second. Hi, Paula. Hope you're doing good today. I was confused here for a second because sometimes you just see the chat popping up. I know your name because ordered from me on Etsy, so I know your name. But yeah, the guy probably wanted to resell the boots, like asking them for $200 at that price. He was probably thinking of reselling them at like 300 or something. And I'm just like, dude, I'm gonna do that myself. Hi, Leather, welcome. Hope you're doing well today. We're complaining about Marketplace right now and about how people are annoying on there. They are annoying. I hate when they're trying to haggle over something that is like super good quality. I have Dr. Martens that are perfect, in almost perfect condition. I've worn them a few times. They're not even fully broken in, and I gave like a huge discount. I'm selling them for $100 Canadian, so that's in Canadian. In US dollars it'd be even cheaper. But people are like, okay, I'll buy them for $80, $60, and I'm just like, no. And the person, one of the people said to me, well, they're not new, you've worn them. And I'm just like, dude, they're not even dirty. Like, there's no dirt on them. I took excellent care. I waxed them. I polished them. Everything. So, so like, no, I'm not willing to go under that price. Not under $80. Even like, that's pushing it a little. Like, I'd prefer to sell those for 100. I know how much Dr. Martens are worth because um, I had a hyperfixation on those for a while, so I looked up so much stuff about it. I know a thing or two about all shoes and things like that. And I've sold quite a bunch of my old alternative clothing because a lot of it is femme, and I don't really wear femme things anymore. I do wear dresses once in a while when I feel comfortable in it, which is really rare because gender dysphoria is kind of always lurking in the background, if that makes sense. But yeah, because of that, I've sold a lot of my clothing. Um, I sold really nice, fancy dresses to a lady who was quite nice on Marketplace, and she paid in everything, and everything was right. And it ended up fitting her perfectly and looking way better on her. I'm not gonna show photos, obviously, because she's a customer, and that would be bad. But that was a good experience I've had on there. It's not even your name. Well, I know what your actual name is, but I could see why Jerry would be your nickname then. I'm not gonna say your actual name on stream for privacy reasons. What is no one buying leather? I'm not sure. No doxing. Right, exactly. I sold the newer electric drum set for half price, and every person wanted to. Yeah, that sucks. Yeah, yeah. Marketplace is a tough place. It's not the best place, honestly. So everyone who just joined, feel free to check the link in the description below if you want to support me and help me. Right now it's the end of the month, and I have a few. annoying things to get paid, like bills and necessities and things. And I told everyone about that credit bill I had to pay before Monday. And so that took quite a bit of my income. And now I'm a bit like, how do I say? I'm not really missing a lot of money, but I'm tight. It is tight. So if anyone wants to help, support, or just buy any of my crochet items, all the links are in the description. And I want to thank everyone who ordered for me this month and who helped me. You've made it possible for me to live comfortably, and I'm very thankful for that. Oh, I bought some sour cherry jam. That was delicious. It was like $2 at the store for quite a big jar, like this this big, and that was delicious. I got some bread with it, and yum! I love sour cherry. For those who don't know, cherries are my favorite. But yeah, that was my last grocery shopping trip. I got some nice cheap jam. I was amazed when I saw that because normally that type of stuff would be like $5 plus, and for $2 it was like mind blowing. That's why I shop there. They always have pretty discounts. Those are always foods that are about to go bad or like are past their expiration dates but are still good. And so if you use them like within the week, normally it's no problem. So I buy there because it's cheaper, and it's a really nice place. And you have stuff you wouldn't find anywhere else, like things for from different countries, and s- stores all over, not just grocery stores, but just specialized food stores and things like that, specialized bakeries and all that stuff for cheap because it's marked down when it's about to go bad. And it's a like 9-minute walk, even even closer than that, I think. It's really close to my home. Yeah. So, is anyone else a fan of good tasting jam? I want to know what's your favorite jam? So, for me, as I said, cherry is one of my favorite. I also like orange for some reason. I dislike orange tea, but I like orange jam and things like that. Very tasty. Always been really big on strawberry, raspberries, even blueberry or grape jelly. Grape jelly is delicious. What's your favorite ones, guys? My grandma would bake bread and give us like some butter and some jam to put on it, and freshly baked bread right out of the oven, still warm. My grandma was amazing. She passed away, unfortunately. She had Alzheimer's. She lived to a very old age. She was like in her 90s. She was very strong to have lived that long. She had like 13 kids, and so that was a stressful life. But she baked excellent, excellent bread. Goobers, peanut butter jelly. I've never tasted that actually, I'm curious. Grape or strawberry goobers. Goodbers. I don't know how to pronounce that. Dempster's Breads delivers their day old. That's cool. Yeah, I'm telling you, the best bread I've ever had was freshly baked bread from my hometown's bakery or the one from my grandma. Both excellent, excellent breads. My dad would get some at the local bakery for me sometimes because like, I would flip them over and dig through the bottom while it was still hot, and I would just dig through there without even cutting it. I would just dig with my bare hands as a child. I was a silly, silly, silly kid. Right now, this is going quite quickly. Oh, yeah, the other day, a lady accidentally pressed on "I'm interested in this item on Marketplace," and she got angry at me because I replied. I said, "Yes, it's still available." And so she comes back to me with, "But I never sent you a message. Interesting that you would message me." And I replied to her, "Oh, okay, you're just a troll. Interesting that you would message me if you're not interested in my items." And I'm just like, she just kept messaging me and said, "I never talked to you, blah blah blah. I'm not interested in your stuff. Why are you messaging me?" Yeah, two yarn dolls because Mr. Yarn Doll is Don's Mister. You're crocheting today. What are you crocheting, Don? Teeny weeny granny squares. That's cool. And if you just came in or something and you haven't seen the beginning, we're working on a dishcloth right now. This is just a crunch stitch. It's a little bit too loose, as you can see through it right now. But I'm too lazy to start over. Oh no, I have to. There's a stitch. There's a stitch right now that is loose. So I have to frog. I can't let loose stitches. That's not good. That's really not in a washcloth. Normally I would just let that fly, but in a washcloth you really want things to look, not to look, but to be tight, because leaving loose threads or something that will catch on things. So yeah, frog, frog, frog. I'm not gonna imitate the frog sound because I have an aversion to that. Because I know that's usually what people say when they frog, but I don't do that. Just before someone says it. So this is very splitty, annoying cotton, but we're using the scraps because they came to us. No, I bought them from like for like $3 a whole pack with a bunch of acrylic. Oh, and last night actually, I did another granny square with a bunch of random colors I was using on stream a while ago. So the series of granny square is going well so far. We have 8. I'll show you in just a second once I finish this row. I'll show you the last one. I like the colors I used. So right now we're getting in like all the grays, and it's really just a bunch of tiny leftover colors. So it's interesting trying to match the last few ones. Okay. Oh. No, it's okay if you say it later. I'm just saying that I'm not gonna say it. Hi, Amy. You're working right now. That's cool. Thanks for lurking. You can sit down for a bit, Amanda. That's good. Hope you're having a good day. You ordered a bunch of things off AliExpress for your crochet. That's cool. What did you buy? It got spent on supplies. That's amazing. I want to know what you bought. I'm curious right now. Uh, My tumbler is really dying here. All the paint is chipping off. If you can see on my fingers right now, I have black specks. That's from this here. That's from it. You want peanut butter? It's all Jerry's fault. Oh, right. I said I was gonna show you my last granny square, so I'm gonna do that right now. But I thought I did a good job at matching these last color here. Really classic, right? So we have gray to whitish, beige, red, blue, another cream. So this is the 8 granny square of the series right now. All we have left, I'll show you here in a second. I'll just put that back. I have just like a few little balls here. So I don't even know if I'm gonna be able to make anything else from that only. I might have to wait to get my hand on some more scraps. That will be at my next thrift shop run. And I'm thinking it's gonna be a blanket for my brother while he's in college. College, he's living in my parents' um, condo, so I thought I'd make him a blanket as a gift. And I think it would be nice because it gets really icy in Quebec City in the winter. So I'm just. And those are classic enough colors for him. I think he won't mind. I'm planning ahead for next year actually, because his birthday is next year, and even if it waited until Christmas, then it just means I will have less things to worry about. But I'm still making another Christmas blankets for my parents. But I just thought of something nice for the brother. Just making a um, granny square scrap blanket. It's an easy, relatively quick project. So I know that these days I have quite a bit of brain fog, and I do apologize about that. I know I'm a little bit hard to follow when that happens. Mentally, it's been a journey. So those who are often here know I often get meltdowns on camera and things, and so I wanted to talk about that a little bit. I took a break yesterday; it was really good. It made me feel nice, and I felt more relaxed, and I felt more up to streaming yesterday. Because of that, it was refreshing to just work on other things, and I got this done a little bit more. I got a little bit more progress on this kitty here, which is an order for someone, which I'm not working on because I'm waiting on the customer to contact me. But yeah, it was good mentally for me to just take a break. So reminder that if you're struggling, it's okay to take a break if you can, of course. Because I'm gonna acknowledge here the privilege of taking a break sometimes is really tough, especially if you have like a day job and um, responsibilities, people expecting you to do things. That can be really tough. So, people, it's okay to be gentle and kind to yourselves. It's not always a possibility. I'm struggling saying that word right now. Possibility. Okay. Uh, oh boy. I almost caught up with what I frogged. I just have one more row here before I catch up with that. But yeah, it was really good for me to like just take a moment. And I've not quite figured out what I'm gonna do moving forward. That is still in progress in my thoughts. But as an autistic person, I do have to take into account that I get meltdowns and shutdowns very often, and that can lead to pretty severe burnout. And I don't want to go back to that place anymore because I'm already a little bit burnt out, of course, and I want to avoid that as much as possible. You got wood buttons. That is cool. That's a handmade with love. Oh, like little labels. That's awesome. Hmm. Transparent square jars for micro toys. Oh, that's cute. That's really adorable. The dog needs more food. Go ahead. Go get that dog some food. Thank you for being here, Mr. Yarndall. I appreciate. Seed beads. I love beads. I have a bunch of neon beads, by the way, that I don't really use. Might put that up for sale sometime. I don't know, but I have tons of beads. I use the neons because I wanted to do like some cross stitch with some neon beads on it, make something interesting out of it, but that never ended up happening and I got too much of it. You know how ADHD is, right? Now I got a ton of little beads. They are really pretty though. Initially, I just wanted to give them away to a native artist because, the place I got them from was a native shop, of course, because they are specialized in that. But I wanted to encourage them because even if myself I use those in a cross stitch usually, I don't do beadwork. Uh, I'm very careful about what I use them on and what I do because these artists are amazing and like they deserve to have the spotlight on the market. So I'm very careful what I do with those. And I had projects for them, but now I wanted to give them away maybe, but also with how poorly my financial situation is, I cannot really do that unfortunately. So I'm probably gonna sell them for cheap. Uh, So yeah, in the future I might show some beads on my socials. It's just another project that ADHD didn't let see the light of day. You leave it running. Thank you for that. You have a bunch of beads too. They're all too big. Oh, the ones I have are really small ones. Let me see if I still have the website. I don't seem to have it. Hmm. No, I don't want 1,000 images. I want the links, people. That's so annoying. Now, links, when you look too long at them, open up automatically now on Google. Oh no, they changed their website. I think I have like the 11 sized beads, something like that. Yeah, I think that those are the 11. They're not the smallest. I'll go see right now. I'm curious. I want to know what I have. I'll get that. All right, I have a bunch of them. I have a bunch. I put them in these little Michaels organizers. They're like pill boxes, tic tac boxes, you know the type. So, what I have is I have a bunch of different 11 beads. I have frosted ones and clear ones. So I have a bunch, quite a bunch. These are 11. And then I have the same thing, some frosted and some lined. And those are 15. So they're tiny, tiny, tiny little seed beads. Very tiny. I don't know if you can see this, but look how small. These are baby. These are babies. So yeah, I have all of that. I never use it. Sorry. And then I have a bunch of cross stitch beads from Mill Hill. And they don't say the size, but I'm guessing this is 11 just because they're a little bit thick. So that's what I'm guessing. I have a bunch of them. I have them in a few different reds, a few different purple, and I have them in black and silver. So I have some silver beads here. I never use any of that. Might try to sell it. You know, 'cause I do some cross stitch. I do some custom pieces sometimes, but not enough to justify keeping them. You wish you knew. Yeah. You need the small ones. Well, if you ever get more money, you know where to find me. I'll put that back. I'll be right back. And I wanted to do some embroidery or some cross stitch with those. It just never saw the light of day. That's how it is sometimes with ADHD. Too much water. Yes, you know where to find me. I'm not hard to find. I'm everywhere online. Thank you, new subscriber. Elliot, subscribe to your channel. Thank you, Elliot. I appreciate that. And now, okay, I'm good with this. There we go. Things are taken care of now, so now I can continue crocheting. But like I said, even if my mental health is doing a little bit better today, still a bit of brain fog, still a bit of exhaustion. So I'm just like, yeah. And I got a bunch of orders on Etsy. I got an order for another Sam from Trick or Treat, and right now this was the last one I had in the shop stock. So right now, if you order Sam from me, I took Jason away from the listing because he's a little bit more complicated with paint and everything. And now that I sold the last one of those, I'm not gonna be making Jason anymore for until things calm down a little bit with orders and such. But yeah, right now if you order Sam again, he will be on made to order from until further notice. I do want to make a Valentine's Day one, but I'm not sure I'll have the time, unfortunately. So we will see. Maybe I will, maybe I won't. But right now, right now I'm doing what I can. And I'm taking a break to make these dishcloths, washcloths, rags, just because, just because. Today I just want to give my brain a little break. Sometimes it's important to do that. Sometimes you feel like you need it, but you don't really listen to yourself, and then after that, you end up feeling worse than when you started out. So, you know, I've learned that for me, it's really important to listen to that signal. It's like a bat signal telling you, I'm tired, please rest. Because I don't want to end back up where I was a few years ago. That is not good. Not good at all. Right now, I have maybe one third of this. One third. One third. Ah, I pronounce it weird, I know. One third. Here is the problem. I know how to pronounce it properly, but sometimes my tongue doesn't cooperate. And it's not because I'm French or I have a weird accent, it's because I have poor motor control and I have a short tongue frenulum, which I did talk about. So I do like to explain myself a lot because every time there is a new person on here, I always get questioned about the way I speak. So I want to get that out of the way for new people here. I'm autistic. I have CPTSD, so my brain has like very, very difficult time remembering things, even how to speak, things like that. Uh, it's weird the way it affected me. But basically, that's pretty much it. So I struggle with speech in many different ways. I always get like people who are like, "Oh no, you're fine," but then after that, 3 seconds after, someone comments and is like, "Why do you talk like that?" So it's just like that's YouTube sometimes, and even on other social media, I get that quite a bit. So this is really loose. I was expecting it to be a little thicker, but that's okay. Mm, so handmade cleaning supplies like that are a great way to save some money because it cost me $3 for a bunch of scraps, and so that means in total a few cents for just these few little balls on here, and out of that I'm getting one solid rag, dishcloth, washcloth, whatever you want to use them as. And it's fun project too. It's a bit um, mindless to work on, and so that can be great to relax. I've been looking. Oh yeah, I want to talk about this, you guys. If anyone else is interested in mosaic crochet or is doing mosaic crochet, we can talk about this for a while because I've been looking more seriously into it, and someone has software for writing mosaic crochet patterns. It works with Excel though, and I don't have Microsoft Office right now. I don't know if the software works with different things or has something of itself now. I would have to look into that, but I'm looking at making my own grids maybe. I quite enjoy mosaic crochet. I've done a little bit of it. As you can see, I made a giant blanket, but also I've made a few small things. I've made quite a few squares just for fun that were free on Ravelry. And I could show you that. And I started the Peacock Delight from Hobby, but that is not going well. I need to pick it up and work on it more. But I'm trying to learn how to do the color changes on mosaic because it's a little bit different than with tapestry crochet. You do have to anchor your thread when you change colors because you're using double crochet, and otherwise it would just be loose. If you're using overlay, for example, it would show through, and like anchor double crochets kind of hide that a little better. What it means is that you go inside the back loop first and then you finish in the front loop. So you end up with three strands on your hook at the end, three loops on your hook. I looked into that, and so it everywhere I looked, it said that it would just anchor the thread better when you're changing colors. So that I feel like that's a nice option. Gotta go a few. We'll leave you playing. Thank you. You needed a mindless day yesterday too. I hope you're better now. Sometimes it's just how it is. A little bit of mindlessness goes a long way. Good water. So, everyone, let's pray with me that the lady who wanted my hooks will contact me by the end of the day. So I really need to sell that. That blanket was just amazing. You know how these are some things you really good at and other things not well. You're not good at mosaic. I totally understand that. It's definitely difficult. My friend posted a photo and she's so beautiful in it. I gotta comment on that real quick. I apologize when I see pretty ladies. Oh yeah, my friend answered me about how she did the color changes in her blanket. She did a Halloween blanket, and it's a mosaic. So I'm trying to learn. So yeah, I'm just really trying to learn how to do that because I'm a confused person. I can show you the actual blanket from the designer, but I'm not gonna show you the one for my friend because I don't know if she would want me showing that. But here is what the blanket looks like. So it has color changes, some color changes, where you see the little Frankenstein monsters with the witchy hats. And so I want to learn how to do that efficiently, really. No, that's overlay mosaic. That no, that's intarsia is a tapestry technique. It's not the same thing. Mosaic goes in the back loop. Well, overlay mosaic at least goes in the back loops only, and so it's all a bit different when you want to color change, because carrying the thread sometimes shows through. So it's tough. You have to anchor things, or you have to like weave everything in or something if you don't want to carry the thread. So I want to know how my friend did that. A friend of mine had life-saving surgery. She had the lung removed. I'm guessing a portion of her lung. That's usually what they do. They remove like, my grandpa had that. They removed the whole big part of his lungs because he had issues. That's a tough surgery to recover from. But yeah, I really want to learn how to do that when you do mosaic. So this is overlay. So what it means is that you're basically just working over. There are different types. There are interlocking and there is inset. No, intarsia is tapestry. Tapestry is different because you're not working over anything. You just work row by row and you change the sides every time. It's different. The whole lung. Yeah, yeah, my grandpa had that too. I don't want to say exactly what he had. Um because it's a sensitive topic. But yeah, he got just a portion of it. But I didn't know you could remove the full lung. But that is tough. Bill mostly just posted on Facebook, by the way, so I just answered his post. She would have been on a replacement list. Oh, it went too fast. But yeah, that's a tough surgery because then your other lung has to compensate. The body does a pretty good job usually at like compensating for lost parts, but with air, it's a big deal, because oxygen is used throughout your whole body, and I know that oxygen is taken through the blood supply and everything, but lungs are very tough thing to live without. So I hope your friend is okay. That's a tough surgery. My lungs are pretty weak because I spent my whole childhood in a heavy smoker's home, so they didn't really develop like they usually should, and I'm always short of breath. I'm not diagnosed with anything, asthma or anything, because I was neglected as a kid, and my parents never brought me to the doctor. And now, as an adult, it's really difficult for me to bring up medical issues with my doctors. So, most of the time, I shut up about it, right? And I know the things I know from talking about friends who are doctors and things like that, and but I don't have a proper diagnosis, but I do run out of breath and really easily, and I know that my lungs aren't right. They're affected by this, right? uh, but yeah, as a kid I was never brought to the doctor because my mom was like really really not a fan of hospitals. She brought me like 3 times there. One time I had a ring stuck on my finger and it was cutting my circulation. So they got it removed. They took my tension and everything, and I was okay. I ended up being okay after the removal of the ring. But yeah, and the other two times, I think my dad kind of forced her. I think actually my dad brought me these other 2 times, but my whole childhood I've probably went to the hospital 2, 3, 4, maybe 4 times, who knows. But whenever I was sick, she would never bring me there. Even for herself, like, she would avoid it at all cost. So I understand that as an adult, it's tough to go to the hospital because I tend to be really avoidant at that because of the trauma I've faced. But when you have a child, I feel like you do have to bring them. Like, it's kind of your responsibility as a parent if your kid is sick or if you want to keep your child healthy. So I do have a bit of a weird relationship with hospitals because of it. But yeah, I don't want to talk too much about that. But yeah, like, I'm not gonna complain about my mom doing that. But yeah, I struggle with breathing, right? I just go on a walk outside and I'm out of breath after like a few steps, basically. So I suck. You got 2 messages from her. Oh, you got emojis, messages, and I'm alive. Well, that's good that she's alive then. I'm glad that she is too. But yeah, um, health is a tough thing. And last time I was in the hospital was not a good time in my mental health journey, and it kind of made it even harder for me to go back. When you have one negative experience, it kind of taints the whole thing sometimes. And I'm trying not to let that happen, but right now I'm just not in a place to be working on that specific part. Like, it's a bit much. So. See, it's looking nice. Like, it's straight and everything right now, but it's really see through. So I'm not quite sure this is good. I'm kind of just rolling with it at that point. I'm too lazy to frog that and start over with the small hook. I have a few different borders and my own patterns for washcloths. So I'm either gonna do a picot stitch or just like chain. The chain borders where you just work into back into the same stitch and it's kind of just a loose border. I like doing that one as well, but maybe not for cleaning. It's hard to tell, but I think I'm gonna be cheesy and do the picot edge in pink. This pink here. What do you think? Should I try and see if there's enough blue? We definitely don't have enough yellow for this. We just have this bit here. And I feel like this color is not the same yarn as these because it's really, really softer. Both? I don't know how I would do that. I would have to do color changes, maybe. Oh, okay. Because I've noticed that borders tend to take a lot of yarn. And I know it's because you go around the whole thing, especially picot stitches, because you have to like chain a bunch, and so that takes up a bit of yarn compared to a normal single crochet. If I did a normal single crochet border, that might be good. What I usually do for my washcloths is I'll do a single crochet and then over that I'll do a picot edge to make it look really nice. So that's why I'm hesitant because only do if I only did one, then I would have enough. But not of the blue though. I think I would have enough of the pink for just one border. but I don't know that the blue would even go around. Maybe it would. Not sure. But I think these would clash together though. I'm not sure I like that. And I'm not sure the blue contrasts enough with the black to be used in that way. The picot stitch? The picot is when you chain three and then you go back in the bar of the stitch and you do a slip stitch there. But yeah, I'm not sure about that teal though. I have some white cotton yarn that I could use that bluish teal color with, and I think that would look better. I could make a white washcloth with the same dimensions. I think that would be nice. If you're wondering why I'm working so slow, it's because this is really splitty. Like, this is. This yarn was manipulated and used before, I can tell. Because the strands don't stay put. Oh, yeah, there was cheap bacon at the store, but I didn't end up buying it because I was just trying to be careful with money, and it was like, even if it was cheaper than usual, it was still like $5 or something. And I'm just like, yeah. But oh my goodness, since then I crave bacon so much. I've been craving bacon. I'm craving pizza. I'm craving bacon. I have all the bad foods cravings. Which is okay. I'll live, I'll survive. What are everyone's food cravings? Let's talk about that. I wanna know, what are you guys wanting to eat that you've not eaten in a while? Oh, the stitch I'm using now is the crunch stitch, but I'm using a pattern actually, but I'm not following the exact number of stitches because the pattern I'm using is for a Swiffer pad. I showed it earlier actually, and the link is up in the chat if you want to grab that. It's a free pattern. But it's basically just half double crochet and slip stitch alternated to make some texture in the cloth. So it's just really making it bumpy and it works super well for cleaning. So we're just using that right now. I'm also craving McDonald's just to annoy me. Hi Maritza, welcome in. What are you up to? Legendary burger with extra triple. Oh my. Burgers. That sounds good. I'm craving McDonald's right now. I don't know why. It just came to me like a second ago before you said that. Now I'm craving chicken nuggets. I always get nuggets from McDonald's. I haven't ordered in there in like over 6 months, right? Because I've been really tight on money and everything, so I've not ordered there in a very long time. But goodness, am I craving those McChicken nuggets and fries? Oh my, I'm craving fries. Oh, that sounds good right now. But I'm gonna have white rice again. But it's good. I always like rice. I'm never getting tired of eating rice. It's been my comfort food since I was a kid. So for me, it's really easy to eat that. You've used that? Oh, yeah. McCracky. Yes, yes, it is. I don't know what they put in there. Yes, well, I do. I saw a documentary how they make fries, but they make it with sugar. That's what makes them addictive. And they double fry their fries, by the way. So that's why they're all whitish like that. It's because they're fried and then they're fried again. But goodness, they put like syrup, some kind of syrup in there also. It gives them their iconic McDonald's taste. And with the salt on top of it, that's what makes them addictive. But I just know, oh my goodness. Every time I eat those, I'm just like, uh, give me all the fries in the universe now. You just know there's some substance in there that's causing you to want more. Uh, it's not just your mind playing tricks. McDonald's is really good at marketing and at like uh, doing it in a way that you just want everything. You will eat every last bit of it in your plate. I don't know what They're good at that stuff, which sucks because it's not healthy, but And I have one very close to home, so it's been hard not to order. 'Cause I have like skipped the dishes, but I've not used it in months because it's not very good monetarily to be or financially to be using that app. It's really expensive and you get like very expensive fees for ordering and processing and things. They have adult happy meals. Not here, not that I know of. Let me see, actually. I'm curious to see. I want to know. Yes, yes, I accept all cookies. They have coupons for a bunch of stores here, but no McDonald's. McDonald's. Uh, I'm not gonna order. I'm just curious about the menu right now. But I'm probably gonna start my rice. So they have honey spicy chicken thing. No, they don't have it here. Yeah, they don't have that available right now. It has a funny name. Yeah, I'm not seeing that on their menu. Cantaloupe slices. Hmm. I didn't know they had cantaloupe slices now. That is cool. I love cantaloupe. Yeah, they don't have it here. They don't have that. Let's see in chicken. Oh, oh yum with bacon. I'm gonna stop looking at that because I'm gonna die from starvation. But they do have special boxes for things. I don't know what that is. But anyway, I'm gonna close the McDonald's because oh goodness, I am so hungry right now. But I want to continue working on that cloth, washcloth, dishcloth, or whatever for a while. Because I want to get things done. And I need to clean my home because my roommate is a disgusting person who does not clean up after himself. So at some point, I do need to do something. I cannot leave my whole place in a mess. Oh, yeah, I woke up again with the stove on. And I was just like, fuck's sake, if I wasn't okay, I'm not supposed to swear. I'm sorry. But for goodness sake, if I wasn't home, like it could have burned down. So I'm mad at that guy. He is not smart. My roommate is not very smart. Oh my goodness. Just seeing those images makes me want to eat. So this is a really easy stitch for anyone wondering. You just do have double crochet and slip stitch. See, I'm gonna show you up close. But it's all bumpy and textured, and that cleans well. Oh, that. Yeah, no, it's not available. It was on the menu, but it's not available here. Yeah, they do have it on the menu. You just can't order it. Maybe they're out. I don't know. But it's not like I'm gonna order that anyway. Because that's expensive as hell. I'm just gonna make salivate. I'm just gonna make salivate thinking about it. But I do want nuggets. Oh my goodness, I want nuggets. And McNuggets are like flavorless in a way that is good for me. That makes them really tasty to an autistic person for some reason. Well, to me anyway. Like, for real. McNuggets are hard to replicate. I've not really found any nuggets I love as much. Like St. Hubert's chicken strips are pretty close. They're really good, but it is hard. You know, when you find a food you really like, and as an autistic person, nothing similar ever comes close to it. Like, you're always gonna have that in mind. It's yeah, it is quiet in here. Welcome in. Hope you're doing good today. Would if I could. I saw your stream earlier. I stopped in for a little while. I was lurking. Yeah, but even the regular mail is too expensive for me, leather. So I'm not buying that. Yeah, they cannot compare, that is for sure. Yeah. It used to be cheap when I was a kid. You would just get there, get a meal for your kid, and everything would be like, okay, cool. But nowadays, eating at McDonald's is a special event. Like, I have to save up for it. So I just decided as an adult, like, it's not worth spending my money on, even if it's really tasty and really comforting to eat. Um, if anything costs more like $5 food wise, usually I don't even buy that. It's just what my budget allows right now. I don't know what that is. But yeah, the last time I had restaurant food was at Christmas with my parents. We went to the only thing that was still open. We had they had their pizza. I had poutine. I think they got like Italian poutine or something. I think that's what my no. I don't remember what they got, but they all got different thing. I'm a big fan of poutine, so I got a big huge one. And I ate almost all of it away. My dad was like, "What? You're taking a large poutine?" And I was just like, "That I haven't eaten all morning." And I just like ate and ate until the end of days. I had like a tiny bit left. I brought that home and I ate that for dinner. But yeah, restaurant food is not really. I have a restaurant close to home, close to where I live. They do large poutine for like $15, which is affordable. Just not how my situation is going right now, but it's pretty much as close as I'll come to be eating restaurant food for the time being, at least. But homemade poutine is worth it, and it costs around the same amount of money for about the same amount of food, a little bit more food because uh, you know, you get enough gravy to make like two or three poutines with that. You are dating yourself. Mickey D, I didn't know you called it that. Yeah, they used to be really cheap. You lucky bastards. Everything is so expensive nowadays. Oh yeah, it is, but also poutine cheese is very expensive, so I don't buy that. I just use cheddar because I'm too poor to buy squeaky cheese. So yes, hate me all you want, but I use a grated cheese in my poutine. I know that's a crime against humanity, but that's what I do. I have like this tiny bit left of black yarn, but I have other balls here that I can substitute. Nowadays, like they're really expensive, their burgers. But yeah, I've not eaten McDonald's in uh I think almost a year, if not more. Right now I'm hating on my yarn. Oh yeah, I feel bad because I was mean to someone on my stream a while ago. Well, not on purpose, obviously. I've not seen him since, and like, I hope I didn't hurt his feelings. Because I had a meltdown. It was a few days ago. I had a meltdown, and so if you're watching, I just want to say I'm sorry. So I just thought I would mention that. I'm sorry, my thoughts are not really in order right now. Mac tonight. Yeah, but squeaky cheese is really expensive. See, I was born in the 90s, so I've not known any of that. Anyone wants to guess what year I was born, just for fun? I'd be curious to hear your guesses. People usually think I'm a specific age that I won't mention just for the game, but most of the time everyone is way off. So I'm curious to see. But yeah, um, add your guesses in the chat. What year was Winter born? No, you have to guess the year, not my age. But no, you're I'm not I'm not 32. But it's great to know you're placing me way above what people usually place me. Goodness, I don't remember. Um I have I have CPTSD, so I have basically no memory of my childhood. So I couldn't tell you who was prime minister. I have no freaking idea. And I'm not gonna Google it because if I tell you that, you're just gonna Google it and you're gonna have an easier range. No, no, I wasn't born in 1890. But yeah, I have basically almost no childhood memories at all. I remember some things from the early 2000s, very little before then. And it's not because I was too young, because I've spent quite a bit in those years. You're very close. You're very close. With your 92, you're very, very close. I'm gonna tell you that I was born in July. Oh, yeah, you didn't say, but I'm Canadian, so I guess you were talking about that. I'm from Canada. But yeah, I think I might have known who was premier, but not who was the prime minister, just because the area I lived in was very patriotic for Quebec, not too much for federal. So it was not something taught in schools or whatever, and my parents would never tell me about politics outside of Quebec. So, like, I had no freaking idea, to be really honest with you. I'm gonna Google it just for myself, but not gonna tell you guys. Because I think I know. I'm not quite sure. Yeah, that's what I thought. That's exactly what I thought. But yeah, we had a few different ones around that time, so it's kind of hard. Yeah. Uh-huh. Yeah. Yeah, exactly. That. Yeah. Exactly that. That's what I mean. But see, around that time I was I was very young, so no, no, not when I was born. I was born before that. Well, I was born that year actually. So now you know. But yeah, I was born in 93. I'm not sure exactly who was in office at the exact time I was born. And I'm not gonna Google that right now because I'm kind of into the crochet piece right now. But yeah, but Chrétien became prime minister probably very shortly after I was alive, but he was not there when I was born. Not yet. Not that I don't think so. Or I might be wrong. I'm not very good with time frames. Like I said, CPTSD affects memory, affect time frames, a bunch of other things. But people usually think I'm like very early 20s. Some people are convinced that I'm like 18 or something. And I'm just like, with skin that bad, with skin that bad, I am not 18. But yeah, that's good. It's good to finally be recognized as older than that. But yeah, was oh, your second son was born in 92. Those were good times. Mm. The toys were more interesting back then. I have kind of a thing for vintage toys. I could talk about that in a separate stream, but I collect images from that time. Sadly, not the toys because I don't really have income or the space for it. So I just get like the Google Photos. It's like the very cheap version of a collection. But my daycare lady had like a huge collection of things, toys from the 80s, and she had the vintage Barbie hair salon. It was all cardboard and everything, but it was really cool. And it had like uh, all the furniture and the accessories for it. It was really nice. And I've never really been into Barbie. Was more into Lego and things like that. But we know that right now, the prime minister we have now is no good at what he's doing. I'm not gonna go into a whole political rant, but yeah. You have a show to do. Well, have a good day. I hope it goes well. I hated Barbie, so you married Ken. Oh, that's sweet. But I hated Ken too. I kind of mistreated him. I was never really into that. I just kind of made my Barbies do really messed up stuff, to be honest with you. And my Barbies were all lesbians. No wonder I'm so queer nowadays because that's all I ever did was make my Barbies have fun within themselves and some other horrifying stuff, like horror film worthy. No wonder I'm messed up as an adult. But that's kind of it. As a kid, you do a lot of stuff, a lot of weird things. Well, that was it for me at least. And like I remember my stepmom telling me the way I play was weird and like shaming me for wanting to do Halloween type stuff, I will say politely, with my dolls and things. But yeah, um, we've been streaming for quite a bit right now. I'm really starting to get hungry, so I will soon be eating just a few more rows. And you know how it goes. When you say a few more rows, you do 1,000 more rows. You had one Barbie and accidentally, on purpose, left it on the bus. Oh no. I had a bunch of Barbies because for some reason everyone in my family wanted me to be a super girly kid. And just they thought I was very much into that. But to be honest, the only reason I was happy to receive Barbies is because I'm a collector. I like to collect shiny objects and fun things. So all their little clothes were really cute and like colorful. So it was kind of a stim for me really to just touch the textures and everything. But playing with dolls, it wasn't really my thing. I was a reader. I was hyperlexic as a child, and I was hyperverbal. Well, I'm still hyperlexic. I'm not, but I was hyperverbal. I started to talk really early, and I was a chatterbox at 2 years old. I was really chatty. That's what my mom wrote in my baby book. Is that I was a very very social child, and I would go to adults to talk, and not to children. Because yeah, I'm autistic. I struggle socially, so that was kind of my thing. And I was a reader. I would read the encyclopedia and the dictionary over and over again, and I would read those like animal books. Yeah, I would just enjoy learning about a subject for a very extended period of time, like as a special interest or as a hyperfixation. And I was kind of crafty. I was into art and everything. I loved finger painting. I did a lot of that stuff. Like I was very much into paper crafts. I had all the colors of construction paper ever, and I would just play with paper, colored paper. I would cut it up, make shapes, do all sorts of fun stuff, color on it, you know, just go nuts and do art basically. Not really pretty one, mind you. I would just kind of do random stuff, shapes. Sometimes didn't really have a goal. Most of the time, it didn't really have a goal. It was just goal. It was just like kinda artsy, pointless cutting of paper. So yeah, Winter was a weird kid. Someone just posted a photo of Matthew Setzer on the Skinny Puppy Facebook group. It's really good. I'm gonna show you right now. Look at that. He just had the wildest fangs. And he took over the blood business for Ogre. It was because people were complaining that there was no blood on this tour, so Matthew kind of took over for the festival they did. Depends. Yeah. Mm-hmm. I loved coloring as a kid, and I still do. I have adult coloring books. Oh, I'm gonna show you one of them. It's really neat. It's You might have heard about that actually. I'm pretty sure you have heard about it, but look at the shiny. Look at that. I love it. I've only colored a few things in there because I'm not a great colorist. But I want to show you real quick. I did this in blue and pink. I don't know why. I just kind of chose those colors. And I did this little candle here. I think I did a really good job. It looks really neutral with the blue in the candle wax. I think I did a really good job at that actually. So, and this was done with Crayola markers. The only thing I hate about that is they're double-sided. But yeah, look at that one. That one is good. I want to do more contrast in the roses actually. And I want to go back and make that yellow more gold. But look, she's really pretty. I colored very few of those, so it's not gonna be a very long show. I'm just gonna show a few. Oh, this is the best I've colored. Look at that. And I really like the palette too. I would get this tattooed in a heartbeat. I really love it. Although I don't really like the round shape. I would remove the kind of I would remove the leaves going around it. Okay, I'm having a hard time following with my fingers because my screen is flipped in my stream view here, even if it's the right way around for you guys, which is what I asked about earlier. If anyone knows how to flip it back for me, because it used to be correct, but it's not anymore. And I don't know what changed. Oh, yeah, I colored an alien lady. In pink and purple and I love that. I don't know what to write in the banner. Like something like Skinny Puppy Rules, probably. I don't know. But I love that tattoo coloring book. It's really cool. There are butterflies in there. Pistols. Tons of roses, obviously, because this is like kind of neo-trad coloring book, right? There are some old school designs, but it's mostly neo-traditional. Oh, this one is real good. I like this one. I love the swirly eyes. Thank you. You have coloring programs on your tablet. I like holding pens and pencils in my hand though. I have a collection of gel pens. Oh, and right in the middle of this book there's a poster with some art, and it has some two sides to it. There is this skull with these a snake. This is a cobra. I think I can't see very well right now because it's backwards for me. But there's a cobra and an owl, and then there's this giant dragon. But I really love those. Oh goodness, they're so pretty. But that's right in the middle of the book, and it's nice. It has some like old paper, and one side there's a butterfly. Here on the other side there's a moth, and this is the outside of those pages. And then I don't think I've colored any more of it. Unfortunately, yeah, no, I don't. I haven't. But yeah, I just love this book. It's really nice. I can't see. It's too small, dear. Your icon is too small for me to see. All I see is a round with shapes. I'm gonna do a few more rows, and after that, I'm really gonna eat. Because right now I'm not feeling too good. All I've eaten all day is a bunch of bread, so I'm feeling weak. But I just really wanna get this underway. But I want to thank everyone for joining the stream. I really appreciate it. I know these are kind of boring days, and we're just kind of keeping each other company because life is really hard right now. So I'm not really looking to stream and be really entertaining. I'm just kind of needing company these days. And so yeah, I appreciate everyone just sticking with me and leaving likes, leaving thumbs up, and giving me watch hours. I really appreciate that. I'm not in the best of social moods, and I talk quite a bit about my mental health. But I appreciate the fact that I have a community uh, with me, and it's nice not feeling so alone. So thank you, everyone. I'm very isolated. I don't talk to people very much. I just have one stitch to do. It's really tight. I keep getting in the like under the stitch right here. And we're taking a major break. Oh. Okay, so look what I have so far. And I have like almost 2/3 done of this. Like we'll measure it right now to make sure. So this is about 7.5 inch wide. Um let's just make sure. Oh, it's almost 8. It's very close to 8. And here we have 5 inches. So yeah, it's really, really close. I have a few inches more. I'll probably have enough yarn. I'll probably have to use this over here though. But yeah, thank you everyone for joining. Happy to have had some company today. It feels really nice. I'll send it to you. Yeah, send it to me on Discord. So it's a sugar skull that you crocheted. That's awesome. Thank you. I'll check that out in a second. But thanks everyone for joining. I appreciate the likes and the hangouts and the support. And I hope everyone has a good day, gets things done, feels good today. And I hope you all have a good meal, good hydration, good coffee or good tea if you want that, if you drink that. Sorry. Anyway, thank you everyone. Bye.